What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy. We've got some major stuff for you guys in this episode. Some Republicans are saying that their honeymoon with House Speaker Mike Johnson may already be over and they already may be looking to boot him out. I know you can't make this stuff up. I'll give you the details of that. Also, new attacks in the Red Sea in the Middle East by the Houthis on an unprecedented scale. Give you the details in this. It's wild. It's wild. And this is further leading to more and more war type situations, or literally war over there in the Middle East. I'll give you the details on that. They're calling this the worst attacks yet. And how you could claim $7,500 on new changes that just came forth here in 2024. I've been bringing you new money changes for 2024. If you've been watching my series here coming forward every couple days, new money changes for you guys here in 2024. I'll give you the details on that, up to $7,500 here for you guys in this episode. Let's jump right in. Thank you so much for liking this video. And if you haven't yet, subscribe down below so you don't miss out on any new videos. It's completely free. New videos every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here we go. Okay, Republican House Representative Chip Roy, who had a hand in also booting the last Republican Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, says that booting the new House Speaker, Mike Johnson, from speakership is now on the table. The honeymoon is over. And Republican Chip Roy is on a warpath against the Johnson-Schumer spending deal for trillions of dollars with the new government funding deal, because that's how much it costs to actually fund the government nowadays. And there's several Republicans that are just not happy with how much it costs to fund the government nowadays. On a side note, I'll show you this story here as well. The IRS actually collected a record-setting $4.9 trillion in tax revenue in fiscal year 2022. Remember that 2023 just ended, and fiscal year 2022 is the full records for what we have that just ended for the IRS of what they just reported. And this is the highest amount ever for what was reported from the IRS, and yet we still run a deficit from the whole country. So just kind of put that in perspective. They collected almost $5 trillion in tax revenue, and yet our government deficit continues to go up and up and up and up. The total revenue collected was about $790 billion more than the previous year, fiscal year 2021, they said in the report. So just kind of put that into perspective. Yeah, that's a lot of money. And now Republicans are saying that the honeymoon's over. They're not happy with the amount of government spending, and they might already be looking to kick their next Republican speaker out. And these are the Republicans looking to kick their own Republican leaders out of leadership. Let me know your thoughts on that. Meanwhile, other countries attacking in the Middle East, and the United States and United Kingdom trying to, bring stability and, to defend some stuff there. Houthi militias launch biggest attack to date on merchant vessels in the Red Sea. U.S. Navy officials tell CNBC 4 warships from Operation Prosperity Guardian are engaged right now in the fighting. So the U.S. Navy is actually engaged in the fighting. To me, that sounds like wartime. You can let me know your thoughts on this. Approximately 50 merchant vessels are in the area of the attack. This is the largest attack to date launched by Iranian-backed Houthi militants against commercial shipping vessels. The U.S. and coalition forces under Operation Prosperity Guardian responded Tuesday in the Red Sea to what American officials said was the largest attack to date on merchant vessels by Iranian-backed Houthis. Also, look at this. The Houthis say they attacked a U.S. ship. And here's the reason they attacked the U.S. ship. It was for providing support to Israel. Take a look at this coming directly from the Houthis. You'll have to read the closed captions here. This is a very scary video. They're attacking the U.S. directly here. Take a look at this.
بدت القوات البحرية والقوة الصاروخية وسلاح الجو المسير في القوات المسلحة اليمنية عملية عسكرية مشتركة بعدد كبير من الصواريخ البالستية والبحرية والطائرات المسيرة استهدفت سفينة أمريكية كانت تقدم الدعم للكيان الصهيوني. إن العملية جاءت كرد أولي على الاعتداء الغادر الذي تعرضت له قواتنا البحرية من قبل قوات العدو الأمريكي. إن القوات المسلحة اليمنية تؤكد حرصها الكامل على استمرار حركة الملاحة في البحرين الأحمر والعربي إلى كافة الوجهات عدا موانئ فلسطين المحتلة.
Yeah, so you can let me know your thoughts on this. They're attacking the U.S. The U.S. military bases have been attacked well over 100 times now, just since October alone. Now they're attacking U.S. ships. They're getting very brazen, and they're being allowed to do it. They've had very little attacks back. In fact, the UN Security Council to vote on a resolution demanding the end of the Houthi attacks in the Red Sea. This isn't going to make them stop, though. Even the UN, voted to, make Russia, they demanded Russia stop the war, but Russia didn't stop the war. So the only way to stop them from doing this is to actually have action. In fact, today, the U.S. Navy shoots down a barrage of Houthi missiles, drones launched from the Yemen over the Red Sea, U.S. Central Command says. But until we actually show them force back and say, hey, we're not going to allow you to do this, they're probably going to keep doing this. Also, as part of my tips here on every day or every couple day basis here, I'm showing you new tips on how you can get money in multiple different ways here. Every day or two, it's a different way here in 2024. If you've been watching my channel, you're getting to see this here. So make sure to subscribe and like these videos. Check out today's tip. Americans can get a one-time $7,500 tax rebate even if you owe money to the IRS, but you need to meet these three criteria. And this is a very interesting one because of the way you could get the $7,500. So take a listen to this for a minute and actually listen through this because it's a very interesting one. Those considering an electric vehicle could get $7,500 because of the way this works. It's for a used or new car or a fuel cell car, which there's not really that many. If you meet this key criteria, because you can actually apply this at the car dealership and just have them delete the price, delete the $7,500 right from the price due to this new change. It's really interesting. Also interesting, the Tesla Model Y was the best-selling car in the world, not only in the United States, but in the entire world. It passed the Toyota Corolla on the global sales charts. And the Tesla Model 3 is also ranked in the top 10. In case you were wondering where the electric vehicles kind of are in the scheme of things, they're really up there. It's the best-selling car in the world, not just the United States. The federal government has rolled out the plan to incentivize electric vehicle purchases. The program rolled out by the IRS has new rules for 2024. The change was part of the 2022 IRA, Inflation Reduction Act, a Biden administration mega bill which sought to modernize the U.S. economy, incentivizing electric vehicles, which can help reduce dependence on what they call climate-damaging fossil fuels, was a key part of the plan. Unlike most rebates, those who qualify may not need to even wait for the next tax season to receive it. While it's good news for electric vehicle shoppers who want to get the rebate as soon as possible, stricter requirements mean fewer cars will qualify. Quick cash. Normally, tax credits go towards paying off tax liabilities, the amount of tax you owe. That way, you aren't directly paid by the IRS with the tax credit. The money typically either reduces your tax liability or comes back to you in the form of an annual tax refund. Ordinarily, if your tax liability is less than the amount in rebates you qualify for, you only get enough of the rebate to cover the liability. No extra cash from Uncle Sam. For example, if you owed $4,000, or if you qualified for $4,000 in rebates, you'd only have to pay $3,000 in taxes. You don't pocket the extra $1,000. But with this credit, the money will effectively go out in advance, and everyone can get the full amount they qualify for. That's because the IRS will allow electric vehicle buyers to sign over the tax credit to certain car dealerships in exchange for the equivalent discount on their vehicle right there at the dealership, it looks like. So while the government is not directly paying consumers to buy EVs, it is paying some dealerships to reduce the price, pushing the money to consumers at the time of purchase. That way, taxpayers can see the benefit of the credit immediately when buying an EV. Not everyone will qualify. Not planning to buy new EVs must meet, those planning to buy new EVs must meet certain criteria to qualify for the rebate. You need to be below a certain level of income, which is pretty high, $300,000 for married income, $225,000 for head of households, and $150,000 for other filers. So that's pretty decent. These numbers are based on adjusted gross income. That's your total reported income minus any tax deductions. The purchase must also involve a qualified dealer who is registered with the IRS. The sticker price must also be under $55,000 for cars and $80,000 for SUVs. For example, a Tesla Model Y, the best-selling car in the world, starts at $43,000. A Tesla Model 3 starts at $38,900. And remember, this also works for used cars as well, along with other brands besides Tesla as well also. There are specific models that qualify for this rebate. So if you wanted this, you need to look into that. But it's literally a $7,500 deduction that you could get from a car price, new or used, which is literally amazing. So you guys can let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll keep you up to date here on more money tips like this going out here in future episodes. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for liking and share these videos with anybody that might be interested in this. If you haven't yet, subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos. It's completely free to do so. And new videos, click here to see a shocking new war message sent to the U.S. or click here to see how you can claim your share of up to $100 million. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.